I am from Hamburg, Germany. I was in the chemical industry for about 11 years as a sales and account manager. I decided to quit my job this year, and the reason why I quit my job was because I wanted to come to China and improve my language skills. The actual reason why I chose China and Mandarin was because I was already in 2010 in Shanghai, and I also tried to study Mandarin back then during my studies, but it didn't work out so well. I forgot a lot of things, and that's why I chose to come back again. The pain was actually really to even understand the structure, like in Silk Mandarin, for instance, you have you are learning according to HSK, but you still have the additional videos and the online teaching techniques, which helped me a lot to understand, for instance, the sentence structures much better, especially the slow motion technique, where you can also find a lot of explanation videos online, helps you really to understand the right order, yes, and I never understood that before. Yeah, that helps a lot. For sure, I really like the online videos. It helps me a lot. It helps me a lot, even when I don't. Okay, my teacher makes sure that I understand everything during class, but sometimes I forget the grammar points. Then I can go home and review the class. So there is always a preview and a review part. Like even when I was here in 2010 and I stayed here for 9 months, my Chinese was not as good as it is now. And now, like, I go to the hairdresser, for instance. I went to the hairdresser, I talked to them. Or I went to the nail salon, we talked in Mandarin a little bit. Really, I have been learning for 2.5 months only. I'm very happy with the result. I mean, I always have the feeling that I could do more, but I try my best. I think that my learning curve is really good. For me, the biggest culture shock was actually that you cannot pay with cash anymore. You really need Alipay or you need WeChat. You don't only need WeChat to pay in daily life, but you also need WeChat to make friends here. You should take serious like those two apps. Silk Mandarin and my teacher helped me a lot to overcome, like, not the shock, but like the differences I experienced in the beginning, but also whatever questions I had, I could also always ask my teacher, but also other people here in the school. I actually have school every day. I only could make it to Chongqing. And Chongqing is a little bit further away. I went there during Mid-Autumn Festival. And everybody knows Mid-Autumn Festival is very crowded. I took the high-speed train. I didn't take the plane. I also made friends in the train. Nobody spoke English in the train, but I could practice my Chinese, and I also had like very nice people sitting next to me. Yeah, it was a good experience. It was not complicated at all. Everything was structured. I didn't have any problems to find my train. It's easy to get around. Yeah, I have been traveling a lot in my life, yes, so I'm not so scared of asking questions. Because like the good thing about my personality is I know that my Chinese is not great, but I'm not scared to speak to people. And sometimes the tones were not correct, then they listened to me, and then they listened again, I said it again, and then because when the people want to understand you, that they somehow do, right? And then they made the right pronunciation, so I learned. The people were always very nice to me and very helpful. I would tell them that China has a very friendly people, helpful, and they are respectful to each other and also to foreigners, very much respectful. And also what is important to know is that the country has a lot of beautiful places to see, not just Shanghai or Beijing, but I went to Chongqing, for instance. I didn't have any difficulties, even though my Chinese was so poor. Still, the people were trying to support and to help me. So it is not that difficult to travel through China without the language, without knowing Mandarin. So don't be scared of that. be open for another culture. Like, don't compare everything with back home, and just be open, also open to the food. And if you don't like it, you don't have to finish it. And also, what is very important to mention is that it's very safe to travel in China, because I'm a single traveler, a woman, and I wouldn't do that in every country. And here I know nothing will be stolen. Even if I go to a dark street, nobody will touch me. It's very safe.